fish! And welcome to Ecosystem. This is the alpha demo of a game that's all about letting your fish evolve into weirder and weirder shapes. It's a very sciencey game. If you like fiddling around and experimenting and all that, you'll love this. And I say it's free to download right now in alpha form. So let's get going with a new game. I've just been pissing about here. Let's start afresh. So we've basically got a chunk of ocean floor here, just the area covered by the minimap. You can't go any further than that, but that's all you need to see how things work in this early version. Let's get a nursery going, which is where the fish will spawn. We'll choose a landscape. Let's go for a nice dark sand one. And to create a nursery, you just have to create an area that's protected on two sides. So you create some rocks, and it'll tell you when you're on the way to actually creating one. It's a bit fiddly and weird, but for some reason this seems to work quite nicely. It's not very big. We can expand it a little bit, I think. Let's try and make it a bit more protected on top. There, but 24, that's not great. Let's actually make it a bit bigger. There we go. Nice big nursery for all our fishy needs. We can flatten the landscape a bit if we want, and do all sorts of things. Let's get some fish involved. Now this will seed some totally random fish, completely random, and they'll grow up to be something weird and cool. So let's bung in 10. There's a very basic tutorial for this, but I've skipped it. Foragers need mating grounds. So some tiny, tiny fish have now spawned in. We'll have to wait for them to grow, because at first they'll just eat whatever's in the water. Later on we'll need to give them plants. We need to make a mating ground so they bang and produce offspring. Let's kind of put it over here, I think. These need to be quite big. So we need to select fish type 6, which is forager, make a nice big area, and that'll be the mating grounds, where all the fish get dirty. Anyway, so that's all good. Now our fish are going to grow up. Let's have a look at what we've got. At the moment, we've got a lot of miscellaneous non-fish, but they are slowly turning into specific species. This has been given the random name Loch Catter, or Loch Catter. And you can cycle through all the ones that exist. And you can see below them what their chances are. Survival is red, is very low. And children... Oh no! That lad there has died from a genetic disease, so already our line of fish is piss. The Loch Catter are already an evolutionary dead end, I think. I mean, look at them. So the swimming you can see on display is all very kind of random and weird and wonky. They will evolve into better swimmers. The ones who do swim well will evolve into better fish, and the ones that just flap around like a tit will die because they can't get to their food or whatever. But it looks like in fact, that species is already about to die. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to bank on the Morid Tell, who already seem to be a bit... Well, they're certainly a lot more populous. They're going to start to need some food soon, so let's actually plant a good food source. When we're doing this, we are actually spending points. Whenever you do an action involving fish, you have to spend your fish points up there. They've got actually different... They're actually called life points, but fish points will do. But there's also a nutrients thing. Every time you plant a plant, you spend a nutrient point, and you get them back by completing milestones in the game. Right, anyway, let's try to... Yeah, we can do it over here, I think. Let's plant some good edibles. They won't need to eat that just yet, and we'll get to choose that's their diet, but only once they've established properly. So already that one species has died off, leaving us with the Morid Tell, and they've got green numbers, so they're looking very good. They're very fast. Our fishy lads are doing quite well by the looks of it, and you can help these lads out by F4, and by basically boosting their chances. If you like the cut of a fish's jib, if fishes have jibs, you can actually boost them, and that'll give them a better chance at life. Or we can cull. We can basically destroy a fish before our very eyes. Ha! But although all those actions cost life points or fishy points, we can also move the lads. Let's move them over to the fish source. Oh, hello. Where's he gone? Oh, I dropped it in a weird place. You have to press shift to move them vertically, and I think I just cocked that up something rotten. But look, fish. And these are all foragers. Oh no, this one's upside down. This does seem to happen quite a bit. The fish do sort of when they first are evolving, they do enjoy a bit of an upside down swim. And also, it looks like a lot of them are dying off. Oh look, we got ourselves a different coloured one. Are you good? Hang on, let's have a look. Mediocre. No, the blue ones. The blue ones are a mixed bag. Some of them are doing well, some of them are not. The nursery is supporting them all, but yeah, now they're actually growing, they will need to start eating. Willow, here we go. So, let's choose what their diet is. Let's have a look. A variety of food sources allow for more unique traits, but when two species compete over the same food source, one often drives the other extinct. So we've only got one food source, so let's actually set it to that. I think that's the right one. It would be a good idea for us to add some more. We've got 40 nutrient points to spend, so we won't be able to go too crazy. But if we give them 2 different kinds of food, I think that'll be good. The food sources do get eaten up, but they do replace over time. So we've only got one species at the moment. We've got 2 food sources. I think there's a way. Oh! Hang on a second, we've got a different species. Who are these? Who are these lads? Oh, it's a miscellaneous. It's a new one and it's about to die anyway, so piss to that. Let's give them the morid tail. Let's give them 2 different food sources and hope for the best. Although look at these, their survival chances. A lot of them are not doing well. There's a few good ones. The ones that are near the food. Oh my god, they're absolutely demolishing the food. Well, the ones that get the food will probably live on. The ones that don't, the stupid flappy bastards like that, will die. And rightly so! Anyway, now we've got a bit of we've got a good population of morid tele. Let's actually set up some evil lads, some prey lads, some predators. Let's do it kind of well over here. So let's set up a new nursery. And let's do it red, the colour of blood, because they're predator bastards. Right. Nursery. Oh god, that's a bit close to their food. Might be a bit close. Let's try and do it over here instead. I'm still developing this one. Oh well. Oh my god, I'm creating loads of nurseries now. This is not ideal. Well, this looks like it's going to be our nursery. Oh, here we go. It's joined up quite nicely there. Right, so this is going to be our... That's a terrible nursery, but never mind. Let's get some predators on the go. Just a couple. Well, 6. 6 will do. Their population might explode somewhat. So they'll need a mating ground as well. Let's put it well away from the forager lads. F4... Oh no, F1. Or you can also click. Right, mating ground for predators. Mating grounds need to be really, really big sometimes. Right, so they can bang there. Oh god, what are you? What are you doing over here? Oh, you're the predator. Oh, you're the predator. Not the predator, obviously. Cooey! He's waving at me. Maybe he's saying, please can you turn me the right way up? It's coming for me. It's coming for me. Ah! It's eating my dick! Ooh. Not unpleasant. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Let's go back to here. So our predators are looking a bit... This generation ain't great. On the upside, a forager species has established a foothold in your ecosystem. I've now been given points. 300 fish points, the life points, and 80 nutrient points. So we'll now be able to establish more food sources. So the predator lads, I'm not quite sure how well they're doing. But we have a species, a cob denter. They're our predator species. We also got this rogue species. They're not doing very well. I'm not sure if they've going to establish any kind of foothold at all. At the moment, they're not even... Oh, actually, no, you're a different kind... Oh, you're a predator sort. You're a new predator sort. So the morid tell, who are doing actually quite well. That food source has grown back. The morid tell seem to be doing very well indeed. And that species has now died off. That rogue 2 species. And predator-eye... Oh my god, the cobnenter just absolutely spunked everywhere. They're now up to 23. We started with a population of, 6 or 7, and now they're 23. So they ain't ideal. They're going to be preying on our forager lads. We do actually seem to be doing quite well here. I know the landscape is ugly as all hell. Hang on, which ones are these? Oh, these are the morid tell. Where's the food gone? I've actually lost where the food is. It's miles away. I think I might have to put another food source over here because these lads are too busy banging and they're not actually going to be eating. Let's put in some new nutrients. Let's have a secondary field, essentially, over here. Should be quite a way away from things. With any luck, they're going to eat. Eat! There we go. Survival. Survival, survival. Every time you get +1, you do add to the total in the top left. As I understand it. Not quite sure which total it does. It's getting very groupy here. There's a school of Moritel. They've got sort of like a different colour fin thing going on. And also this is one of these green uns. Well, the green ones are doing okay. But it's the blue ones who do seem to be the way forward in these trying times. Let's... In fact, I could be evil here. Kill the green uns. All that food is gone now. Oh dear. Maybe I should actually make that bigger. There is actually a certain lack of food. I think maybe our population has grown... It hasn't actually grown that big. We've actually got a very balanced predator-prey relationship here. We've got about 20 of each. And if you want to see really behind the scenes, you can click on this thing here. And this shows you like the programming of each fish. I have no idea whether this is actually useful information or not, but it looks very pretty, which is the main thing. There. If anyone can make use of that information, I'd be incredibly impressed. Right, let's see how our predator lads are doing. I suppose the nursery... Oh my god. These aren't doing great, are they? Well, the Moritel explosion, population explosion has happened again. So I think they've all been breeding in the meantime. The predator's just not doing great. But at least we're doing something. Anyway, let's try. This is something I've not done yet while it's fiddling around. Let's try a third population of... What are they? They are filter feeders. So let's do it this area over here. I don't know what these do, because the tutorial does not cover these lads. Let's give them that colour terrain. Right, let's go up in the air a bit. There we go. Height, never quite sure how... Oh, there we go. Oh, I've just hit the side of the world. This is quite the natty little nursery here. Oh god, I've created another nursery on the other side. Oh, I think it's actually I think it actually counts as... No, I've created a new nursery by mistake. No, shush, don't tell anyone. Right, so here's an experiment in filter feeders. We need plankton? Uh-oh. Where's plankton? Plankton is there. Right, good. So this plankton also counts as nutrient points. But yeah, look. Starlight, starbright. All very lovely. So they can eat that. We also need mating grounds. So let's pop into that menu. We've actually got shitloads of life points at the moment. We'll kind of like just bung it here. Oh, we need to actually set the type of creature. There we go. And I don't think we need to put any plants down here. Oh yeah, there's some beautiful lads here already. Let's have a look at our lads. The Daysmore. Oh, the Daysmora. Doing well already. And the Lingiru. Right, I'll let those lads all sort themselves out. The Katabara. Oh, they knew as well. Oh, no, that's just his name. Okay, that's fine. He's actually a... Oh, no, he's a Katabara. That isn't actually on the list yet. Maybe that hasn't has only literally just started, so... Oh, hang on, is that... What's it? No, that's fine. I'm getting mixed up between the Decimora and the Moridele, who are still doing very well. There's a lot of Reddens around. I'm gonna check the state of the food. The food's growing back nicely, that's fine. What about over here? Now, Predator Land. The Cob Denta predators, they're doing okay. A lot of them are on the red, though. I mean, they do actually go and prey on our lads. I think it looks like these Cob Dentas have been on the hunt, because they're coming back full. God, there's so many Moriteles over here. Oh, because this is the feeding grounds. They're still a bit flappy, aren't they? I mean, that one's just on its side and just... These have definitely evolved great big fins. They're the flappiest species around. Hang on, who are these? The Tulare. The filter feeders. Oh, these are interesting lads. Also, they're dying off because they're not getting the food, I think. That one's just sitting there. I think it's just too early. Too earlier generation. Ah, the Decimora. They're doing okay. They are doing okay. I think. Fact. Are you a good un? Yes, you are a good un. Let's boost. Boost! I'm going to pin all my hopes on you. Let's hope there's no genetic weirdness with you, and that you end up being a dead end. Plankton's doing well. You're right in the middle of it. Yay! Ecosystem has a population of 100. That's given us... Well, it should have given us some life points, but it didn't seem to. Not 100% sure that was actually the case. So technically, there are other types of fish as well, scavengers and crustaceans, but for whatever reason they're currently locked. I'm not sure if it's a milestone thing or simply a demo limitation. But look, we've actually got 2 milestones out of the 3. A predator species. We haven't actually got the predator species working yet. They are the cobdenta, who are increasingly about to die off, unfortunately. It looks like they were a dead end after all, especially because they're all on their side and all that. Look how thin they are! You need a proper meal, mate! So at the moment we've got 2 filter feeders not doing great. The one predator species is dying off, and the Decimora is another filter feeder. We're doing very well with the filter feeders. The Decimora seem to be the way forward. The Morid definitely have a nice little foothold, so they're all surviving. It's just the predator population has gone tits up, frankly. I think we may need to actually spawn some new lads, if we can just remember where the actual predator spawning grounds actually are. Hang on, we have to look around for a bit. That's the... I think this is it. This is it over here, I think. This looks about right. Predator mating grounds. So yes, this is the predator nursery. So let's bung in a couple of extra fishies. Fish, 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 fish. There. Only 5. Let's see if these lads turn out to be any better. Hello, my pretty... Oh. There's a comment on my evolutionary techniques. Oh, we've got some... Yeah, so this is the new species. Ambacelle, the Oribita, and it's the Cobdenta, who's gone rogue. Well, you're one of the old predators who are not doing very well. The Cobdenta are still hanging on. I think... When you see like those sort of like... those little... You occasionally see little sort of like... Oh, it's just going up to the sun. When you see like lines happening, that's just kind of like proof that they've got targets that they're going towards. But only once you actually click on something. So the Moridenta... Oh my god, there's so many species now. The Ambacelle... Supposed to be predators, but they are just kind of sitting there. You can't get too attached to any species because the Oribita have finally turned into something that isn't a crap experiment. These are now fully ready to go. Unfortunately, they are a bit piss. Already, they are a bit piss, so we're going to ignore them. Meanwhile, the Ambacelle they're doing okay, but increasingly less so. This one's doing okay. Let's boost. Boost! Oh, piss. Let's not. What are you? What's this farce of a creature? Look at your big bollocks. What are you? Oh, you're another Ambacelle. Okay. They haven't reached age 1 yet, so they should still hang around for a while. Boost! Right, so that's their numbers are in the green. So let's see, when it reaches 1, I think that's when it decides whether it's going to survive or not. Uh-oh. No. It did not survive. Is it me or are they getting really big over here? Oh, it's just that there's so many of them. Oh, shit. Actually, the Decimora are actually starting to do a little less good. They're filter... Yeah, they're filter feeders, aren't they? It's actually... It keeps on rearranging this. The Morid are actually experiencing a population explosion now. They're at 60! Uh-oh. Which means, I think, naturally, I think they're going to start getting preyed upon when our predator species all get really... Tulaire. Oh, there's a filter feeder. When our predator species get their bloody shit together, there might be a bit of a feeding frenzy on that side of things. But they're all spreading out quite a lot now. These are all our predators. So the Ambacelle they're doing okay. I'm trying to boost the ones with green numbers. And theoretically I could try and cull the other lads. We haven't actually got many nutrient points. I feel like I should actually start... Well, we can't really plant much more plants, but... Look at them all, there's so little food left. I think they've... the cupboard is bare now. Maybe we should try a rogue extra species. What's cheap? Is that kelp? Oh, it's pondweed. And places... Piss off, fish! It's weird how the camera actually does have interactions with the fish. You can actually get stuck on fish. Like, get out of the way, sort of. Oh, hello. I'm in the middle of them all. That's actually just a bit of rock. Let's put... Oh, I've got no nutrient points left. Anyway, we've got some nice little, well, kelp-like stuff. I wonder if there's actually actual kelp in this. Elephant grass, seaweed, sea urchin. Anubis. Anubis? An Egyptian god, isn't it? Oh, there's no bloody kelp. Oh, hang on, there's a second page. Mouse wheel... Oh, you can mouse wheel down to remove plants, okay. But there's another page of stuff. Seashells and that. Anyway, some of our species have now really started to, like, compare them down. Look, the Moritella is still firmly established. The Tulaire, they're the filter feeders. They're doing okay, by the looks of it. Although, actually, having said that, there's only most of them are in the red. Not quite sure what we can do to save those. Look, the little green things, because he's heading towards the food, by the looks of it. Let's try and do some helpage. There. I think it's eating. Let's see if we can actually do some good for it. Yeah, there we go. Look, I've got it into the green by basically dragging it into the food. You know what? Maybe. Oh, we still haven't got any nutrient points. I was going to say we should sort of like maybe put some more plankton a bit closer to the nursery. But it's a bit too late for that now. Look at you. You're well away from the food. So the Tulaire are increasingly doing poorly. The Ambercellae, the predator species, are doing okay. But again, I fear for their survival, because they seem to be a bit dead looking. They are technically hunting at the moment, you can see in the bottom right. But for some reason they just don't seem to be giving a shit. I think the Moritelli are too intimidating for them. Look at you pussies, come on, give it some stick. Put some stick about, you little bastards. Poor old Decimora, down to 2. At least we've got 2 different sorts of filter feeders, but yeah, it looks like they were both on their way out. Well, that Tulaire's doing okay. It's heading towards something over there, but I'm not quite sure what. They're doing reasonably good. So it looks like our one success story is the Moritelli. Our predator species, sadly, do not seem to be doing brilliantly, and it looks like we're not going to be able to unlock that final milestone. But I'm quite pleased. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh, look, genetic disease is establishing itself. I don't know really how you actually know what to do about that. You can actually look at what generation they're all at. I'm not quite sure. Some of them are like a generation 11. So they're the absolute newest ones, I guess. But I'd like to actually try and work out exactly how we work out which if beyond the like survival and children's stats, I want to see exactly how you actually work out which are the best of the best. But yes, it's intriguing. As I say, this is freely downloadable now as an alpha demo, and the full game is due to come out next year, 2020. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel to be notified when new stuff goes live about all the latest, best, and most intriguing games around. Click the link to the Patreon on the screen or in the description if you want to support us, keep us going, breeding fish to our heart's content. I'll see you next time.